I mentioned some of the other Robin Williams movies that there's this theme that seems, this thread that seems to run between many of his characters in some of these movies, and this theme is it's revolutionary, it's counterculture, counter-establishment, and Good Morning Vietnam is no exception to that. It came out in 1987. It's directed by Barry Levinson, incredible director, and also stars Forrest Whitaker and Bruno Kirby. The late Robin Williams plays Adrian Cronauer, who's in the Air Force and on the island of Crete. And he is actually transferred, of all places, as a DJ from Crete with the Armed Forces Radio to Vietnam. Talk about a difference in gig there. So he is a disc jockey now in Vietnam in a radio station that is, I mean, by the book, man. Sterile, boring, by the book, doesn't have the least bit of effect on anybody. If anything, it gives you information about the weather, and that's about as romantic as it gets. Is it a source of encouragement for people in the field and foxholes with grenade launchers? No. Well, along comes Adrian Cronauer, and he marries up humor and an anti-establishment attitude with the horrors of war, and becomes a source of encouragement to people on the battlefield. It's an incredible thing where humor meets tragedy. And interestingly enough, as the movie progresses, Adrian Cronauer, when he's not on the air, is actually starting to get a taste of what it means to actually experience the loss in war. And his new reality is beginning to form in his heart, where he can no longer joke from a distance about the war. Now he actually experiences it. But it's a ministry. There's a life point there. There is a ministry in life, a ministry of presence, where people that are going through incredible difficulties are able to receive from those who can help them keep a healthy perspective, that it will not always be this way, that things don't always have to be this bad. We need that kind of person in our life. Adrian Cronauer is that person. He meets the needs that were not being met by the Armed Forces Radio. And I have a feeling there are people in your life and my life whose needs are actually meetable by taking this very same approach. Anyway, Good Morning Vietnam. Only Robin Williams could pull off the humor and the death at the same time, but he does it brilliantly. And I think it's a movie worth learning from. That's our life point from the late Robin Williams.
Good